All right, chemistry people, welcome back. We are going to do some quick guided practice problems here. Let's take a look at question number 1. We're given a compound magnesium chloride and we're reacting it with zinc. Our first step is to determine whether or not we are going to use the metal activity series or the non-metal activity series. As I take a look at my element, it is a metal and it's going to replace the other metal in that compound. I have to find those metals in my activity series. I find zinc is here and magnesium is here. So the question then becomes, is zinc active enough or reactive enough to replace magnesium? The answer is no. No reaction will happen. The zinc metal is not active enough to replace the magnesium chloride from that compound. So no reaction is going to happen here. Okay, as we take a look at example number 2, it's a little trickier. We're given the word equation and we are asked to determine whether or not this reaction is going to occur. We've got solid rubidium and we add it to aqueous zinc nitrate. So some great nomenclature practice here. Remember that your zinc is one of those few transition metal elements that don't use a Roman numeral. We have to remember that it's always the +2 ion. And we want to know whether or not this reaction is going to proceed. Once again, we're going to use our metal activity series. We find rubidium, which is an extremely active metal. Zinc, also fairly active, but not as active as rubidium is. And so in this reaction, the single replacement reaction is going to occur. And so as you think about the products that are going to form here, rubidium is going to kick zinc to the curb. So zinc is going to be left by itself. And it's going to form rubidium nitrate. Now, as you think about this, rubidium is in the group 1 elements. It's an alkali metal, and therefore it forms only a +1 charge. And so rubidium nitrate is going to have just one of each of those ions in solution. Now, some things to think about here. Once you have your nomenclature correct, you always want to go back and make sure that your equation is balanced. So we're really going to start tying in some of the other things, other concepts that we've talked about in this unit. And so to balance my equation, just by inspection here, I recognize, oh, I've got 2 moles of nitrate on the reactant side, so I also need 2 moles of nitrate on the product side. That will off-balance my moles of rubidium, so I need to add a coefficient of 2 here as well, and that will balance my chemical equation, and we're done with number 2. Okay, the last example that you've got in your notes there, we've got a non-metal here, and we've got some gaseous compound potassium fluoride. Now we're going to focus on the non-metal activity series, or halogen activity series. We've got iodine trying to replace fluorine. Okay, in this example, iodine is not as active as fluorine is, and so this reaction is not going to occur. So again, as you think about whether or not a reaction, a single replacement reaction is going to occur based on the placement of the element in the activity series, the higher it is in the activity series, the more active it is, the lower it is, the less active it is. In order for the reaction to occur, it has to be higher than the element it's trying to replace in that activity series. And we are done.